In this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 major keys that I use to pay off my loans in 3 to 4 years. And I'm even going to give you the inside look into my personal savings plan that allows me to save $5,000 in only 5 months, okay? You want to stick around. Hey everyone, it's your girl Brett. So recently I just made a big announcement on my Instagram channel. I am officially debt free. I have no more student loans. I have no credit card debt. I have no car note. Like, I'm free of all debt, okay? My money is mine and I'm super excited about it, okay? It feels really good. I didn't intend on doing a video about this, but I was talking to a longtime friend of mine, and essentially we were talking about how being an adult is the ghetto, truly, okay? No one prepares you for the responsibilities and the things that you truly need to have together by the time you graduate college and you actually enter into the real world. And so and then also there's not that many people my age, I'm 25, you know, that look like me that are talking about these types of topics. You know, I want more of us to be debt free. I want more of us to be having these conversations, okay? We need to be of this wealth mindset. And so, you know, by no means am I a financial advisor, nor do I have any intentions on becoming one, okay? And to be real with y'all, I took finance 3 times in college. Like, I'm keeping it all the way real, okay? But I know what works for me. And so, you know, by me sharing how I was able to pay off my debt with you all, maybe some of the things that work for me will work for you too. Okay, so let's get into this. Major key number 1 to paying off your debt is you need to know what you owe. So one tool that I use that I absolutely love is Credit Karma. It is free to create an account, and when you create one, they pull your credit report, and there you can see everything that's open that you currently owe. I love the platform because it's so easy to navigate. It's laid out really nice. They have a lot of tools, a lot of resources. You can see your credit score. They notify you when it goes up, when it goes down, you know, so it's just a really great platform, especially for beginners like myself, you know, to kind of get to know their credit score, their credit report, and start working towards paying it down. Okay, so now that we know what we owe, the second major key in paying down our loans is figuring out where to find the money to actually pay it off, right? So the first thing that you need to do is evaluate where your paycheck is actually going, okay? Do you order Uber Eats for lunch every day? Were you, when everything was open, were you at brunch every single weekend? Ladies, hair and nails, I know we like to look good, but can you do your own hair and nails for a couple months? Okay, have we been booking trips that we really have no business going on? Like, where is the money going? One key that I use that has helped me with budgeting and, you know, toning down on the spending of my actual paycheck is giving myself an allowance. I know this is something that, you know, a lot of parents used to do when we were kids, is we would get allowance for getting good grades. But when I tell you, like, the moment I started going back to that and I started giving myself an allowance every week, I saw the money, okay? I kid you not, my paycheck when I first started working after I graduated college would disappear. I'm like, where'd it go? Like, I just got it, but it's Tuesday and I got paid on Friday and I don't know where my money went. You know what I'm saying? But giving yourself an allowance helps, okay? So I would give myself an allowance of $500. So every paycheck I get paid $500, I would keep in my checkings, and everything else gone, smooth into my savings account, okay? When I tell you, when I started doing that consistently, I saw the money grow in my savings account, okay? And if you think about it, we have auto debits and, you know, your obligations after they leave, I probably have about like $150 that I was truly just spending on like discretionary stuff, right? So imagine if you put yourself on a $150 budget every 2 weeks, and that was also pretty much $300 a month is really what you have to spend. Imagine how much money you can actually save, okay? It works. I'm telling you, try it. It's a sure way for you to start seeing the money stack up in your savings account. Okay, so we have our allowance down pack. We have it going on. We're on a budget. Okay, cool. How else can I find some extra money that I can put towards my loans? Well, think about throughout the year, when are the times when you receive just like big payments, or you receive extra income that maybe you didn't really account for, for your job, right? If we think about, for those of us, if we get bonuses, January, February, whenever, right? Like, think about those bonuses. Think about in times of pandemic and we getting stimulus checks, right? The government is now throwing money at us, right? Or tax refunds, right? So those are three kind of big things that are happening this year for sure. Consider putting a good chunk of that towards your loans as well, okay? For sure, put it in your savings because it will stack up, right? But consider putting some of those extra payments towards your loan. Okay, so now that we're on a budget, we're giving ourselves an allowance, so we're starting to see the money stack up, okay, on a monthly basis. Then we're putting any extra income that we receive in our savings, okay, to set aside for loans. The last thing is to truly develop a savings plan, okay? So this is the big chunk of it. This is how you're gonna pay off a lot of loans kind of like at one time, okay? So January, I actually started this challenge, and when I kid you not, I've tried so many different methods to save, but this is the best one where I've seen a lot of money stack up very quickly. I actually got this challenge from @Chris the Realtor on Instagram. Shout out to you, Crystal. She posted this back in January, and I was like, oh, this seems interesting. Like, let me try it and see how it works out. It works, okay? It definitely does. So what the challenge is for 6 months, it's either 5 or 6 months straight, you are putting small amounts of money in your savings on a weekly basis, okay? So, and the thing is, the amounts gradually increase over time, but I don't think that there's any amount over $300, right? So the first month, you put $100, the first week. The second week, you'll do like $150. The third week, you'll do like $175. And you'll gradually just add a little bit more money. And the thing, if you do this consistently, right, you do it for the first 6 months, then guess what? At that 6 month mark, you start over and you do it again. By the end of that year, you are going to have $10,000 saved, which can, do it for the purpose of paying off your loans. That's $10,000 in loans gone, on top of any extra money that you're getting, and on top of whatever you've been able to save because you've now been on an allowance, okay? So if you are interested in joining that challenge, send me an email and I can send you the document that I use to actually track the payments, the saving payments on a monthly basis. So I'll be happy to send that over for free. My email is hello@brittanychristinacollection.com. I will also leave it in the description below the video. Okay, so now that we know what we owe, and now that we know how to accumulate a little bit of extra money to pay down our loans, the last step is coming up with a strategy, okay? Now, having a strategy is the difference between paying off your loans in 2 to 3 years and paying off your loans in 20 to 30 years, okay? We want to make sure that we can pay off our loans as quickly as possible. Okay, so let's get into the strategies. So strategy number 1 to paying down your loans, at least for me, I realized most of my loans were with no net. I might have had like 6 or 7 loans with no net, okay? And I might have had like 2 or 3 like private loans. So I decided to get rid of those private loans first, because for me it's easier to be organized and it's easier to see everything in one place when I just have to go log in at one platform and I can see all my loans. So I put no net to the side in the beginning and I got rid of all of those private loans, okay? Then step number 2, now that I just have one platform that I'm logging into, I decided to get rid of the loans with the highest interest rates first, okay? This will help you down the line. And it just so happened that my highest interest rates were also the bigger loans, so it's just a little bit more motivating when those big loans are gone and then all you have are like the little ones left. So it just makes it easier to pay down. Step number 3, as I'm paying off loans, I'm at the same time increasing my auto debit amount. Okay, so whenever I pay off a loan, I might go up $25 or $50 in my auto debit. By the time I paid off my last loan, I think I was at $200 that I was given on a monthly basis to the auto debits. I know it might hurt a little bit, y'all, but I'm telling you, the more money you're able to put down on a monthly basis, the sooner you can pay it off, okay? And then the last step, take advantage of the resources that are around you. We are currently in a pandemic, okay? And there are resources that have become available that weren't prior. I believe that now is a time for all of us to reset, okay? We're slowing down, you know. Honestly, look at the rest of the year. If you don't have to make plans to go anywhere, just chill for the rest of the year, right? If we can chill for the rest of the year, focus on stacking our savings, doing the savings challenge, okay? And, you know, taking advantage of the time while there's no interest rates, you know, on our student loans, I believe that we can be in a good position to knock them down. So I hope this video was helpful. These were just tips that worked really well for me. And again, like I emphasize, y'all, the only way you're gonna see results is if you're disciplined and if you're consistent, okay? As soon as you save that money, don't dip into it. And if you dip into it, make sure you pay yourself back, okay? But don't dip into it, okay? We can do this. We can be debt free. I believe in you guys. And again, if you are interested in receiving that document for the savings challenge that I created, send me an email at hello@brittanychristina.com and I will gladly send it to you for free, okay? Just let me know, and I hope it works for you. Please comment below if you use any of these strategies. I want to be able to celebrate you all, okay? We need to be able to celebrate each other. So I hope this works, and don't forget to like and subscribe.